Let's have a look around the quilt room again. We haven't done this for a while, so maybe I should do this more often because a lot of you like to look at the quilting journey. So this one is a top that is being made from all the leftover blocks that I have, and I've got them all pinned together how I want them. It's going to be quite a large quilt. This is my pile of ones that I'm using, and they're all the things where I've tried a block, or I've done something and it's not quite worked in the quilt that I had in mind for, and these are now getting a new home, and they're going into this big quilt. I've got 2 rows of it stitched together. I think the yellow, the stripe there down the middle is the join between the 2 blocks. So each block I've kind of just worked my blocks together of all the orphan blocks, and there's even some scrappy blocks, and where it didn't quite fit we'd put a little bit of just little small half square triangles or whatever I had. Like I've got a few 4-piece blocks in there, and I've just had some binding edging on it, and so that is going to be quite a large quilt. I think my quilter she'll have lots of little joins and seams in here, because you see we've got some tiny little half square triangles down there. They're about, I think, 2 inches in finished measurement, and then we've got some bigger 4-patch blocks gone in there, and this is just a piece of fabric that's just a nice piece of fabric. We've got quite a few of these star borders going in, so I think I have another 3 rows to work on that one. So that will, and of course it'll have borders on as well, so just keep you posted on how that one's going. Some of you might watch the video that I did earlier about I didn't like the way these particular fabrics were coming together, and so in the end I decided not to continue, and now the 3 blocks that I had made have found their way into this block. So this is going to be a mega scrappy quilt when it's finished, and I haven't have just like let the fabrics sit together. Even if they seem a bit clashy, I've just let them sit together. So that's one project that is in the go. This one, I think I'm going to quite like this one. I bought this is a 5-inch designer roll, it's called. We had a bit of a discussion about what people call them. So I just made this block up here myself. So it's a 5-inch square, and then a 5-inch by 10-inch, and then the other side 5-inch square, 5-inch by 10-inch. So I tried to make the 5-inch squares in each block the same. So we've got a little bit of consistency going on. And then I just put a sashing in between and a sashing in between the rows. So this is just, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So it will just be a throw that goes over the edge of the couch, and I'm probably going to put another binding on. I ran out of this fabric or lighter fabrics to actually finish that binding, so we'll find something else to go on there. I'm sure I've got some yardage that can do that, and I have another version on the go as well over here. So this is the rest of that designer roll. So there's another version. This time, instead of a pastel colour, I'm going to walk you slowly because I don't want anybody to get dizzy. I'm going to use the reds as the sashing in between that block. So those are the couple of projects that are on the go, which I quite like, actually putting the fabrics tops together. I sort of enjoy that part of the hobby. And then this one is one that I finished. I'll just come back a bit. I finished a wee while ago, and I'm sitting on it and pondering and thinking, do I want to put another border on? And I think I will. I think I'm going to put a light coloured border right round. I haven't decided completely yet, and then I'm going to finish it with another sort of maybe a 2-inch border. So at the moment it's got a 2.5-inch jelly roll strip that's on the border. So by the time we get another border on. It will be about 2 inches, that border, and then maybe another 5 or 6 inch border, and then something else just to finish that off. So that's going to, it's almost ready to go to the quilt and my long armour. And I've kind of done the similar thing on this one. Like we've got the three like railroad fencing going on there, and another railroad fencing going on there, and then a longer one here and a longer one there. So that's a similar layout on that one as I've done on this one. Pretty simple patterns, but it's been quite effective, and obviously, as you can see, that's in lots of bright colours. So I have to get on and finish that one off. So that's just a little trip round the craft room as to what is going on in the craft space.